Peace. Bear with me. You know I gotta share it to the media. I mean the social media. Other social media. Hope your today is greater and your tomorrow is greater. Share, like, smash the like, you know what I mean? Make a comment, something positive, hopefully. And one more. Hold on, yeah. Come in. What city you chiming in from? Hmm. So I got something else for y'all. We're gonna talk about the 10 virtues of my yacht. Oh, here he come right now. We good, man. What? Yeah. We good, man. We live. I just wanted you to know. I'm just trying to punch in this title here. And I think I should change the cover, right? The cover? I'm going on Big O Live, so I'm gonna change the cover. I think I'm gonna go here with it. Dang, I should do the Netflix, so I'm gonna do the Netflix straight. Because that's what I'm trying to promote. You know? When I get some bread, I will do some ads and stuff. Yeah, so smash the like, share, comment. We're gonna talk about the virtues of my yacht if you use them. Maybe you can explain. Are you coming? Are you gonna be in joint? Mm-hmm. So you sitting right there? Yeah, and I'll come over that way if you need me to. That's what I'm saying. Because you could put the other computer right here. Okay. And we can sit right next to each other. Good money. Go through this chat. Okay. Okay. I see what you're saying. Oh shit, it's under your foot. Oh, my bad. My bad. Yeah. So you got the list, right? Where you gonna read from? Yes, it's up here. I know you like what's going on. Yeah, so and I'll switch back and forth. But they gonna be able to see us? This one here can show me. This one here showing you. But they're gonna hear both of us on both. I'm saying once you change this, that don't matter. That's the same. Oh no, you talking about when I go here? Yeah, they still see us. Oh, okay. Okay, that's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking. Mm-hmm. Okay. It'll be great if one of my children were on here. Let's see what's some shit. What's up, Big O Live? Listen, if you tune in to Big O Live, man, maybe you could send me a message about the diamonds and the beans and the transition and the currency and what have you. Just seeing what's good. Okay. We also on YouTube. Not YouTube, just Facebook. You on Facebook? Yeah. That's YouTube. Oh, this YouTube? This YouTube. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, you got it. So yeah, like I'm on my channel, John Costner, the Reading Cipher, you know. Right. All right. Well, today we're gonna focus on the 10 principles of Maat. These principles is important in every aspect of life that you live in. You know what I'm saying? You want to kind of hold some principles, some type of value. You know what I'm saying? Some type of system of guides
You know what I'm saying? To walk you through the evolution of life, especially when you organize it, because we don't just put in organizing in terms of organizing in the fashion of an organization with a group of people, but your family is an organization. You know what I'm saying? Any aspect that you're dealing with the relationship of people on a daily basis or consistencies to try to get from point A to point B will be in an organized fashion or should be in an organized fashion. Right? So now our ancestors, our ancient ancestors understood this to be important for us to have a particular guideline, a particular way to follow in terms of our humanity. You know what I mean? So we're gonna introduce and we're gonna build on the 10 virtues of Maat. You know what I'm saying? The 10 virtues of Maat is an ancient principle that had to be remembered, especially in the priesthood. Especially in the priesthood, because back then we hold our priests to a higher value, sort of like these Christians hold they preacher to a higher value. That's what we did back in the ancient days. We hold our high priest, right? So we're dealing with evolution of ma'at and what this mental guideline or rules can bring us if we follow it. And hell, you don't even have to use ma'at. We just focus on ma'at today. They could be like the 10 principles of Kwanzaa. You know what I'm saying? If you live by that, if you living by any principles that covers righteousness, order, reciprocity, balance, harmony, and all other the good things that my you know what I'm saying happens have all other good things that my eye happens to bring forth once this practice is practiced. So me and my big bro, we gonna go through, you know, the 10 principles of my eye. Of course, I ain't did this in a long time, so y'all gotta bear with me. You know what I mean? But
yeah, this ain't like no rehearsed anything.
Yeah,
we just decided to build.
Right.
And he was conversing. His wisdom was so sharp. I'm like, bro, we should just record this.
Why not?
That's what the people need to be hearing and listening to.
And in fact, we doing this for my group, so only the people in my group can see this.
Oh, that's dope.
Not like
everywhere. So this is people that actually appreciate the information.
All in the group.
Oh, peace, peace.
That's what's RBG up. Buffalo.
Hotel.
Tune in to Cometflix, type it up, check it out. But let's just do this real quick. We got 10 principles to cover. And what Big Bro gonna do is do the reading, and I'm gonna do an interpretation. And it's just not gonna be like any interpretation where I'm actually teaching, but this is gonna be a build of interpretations on the principles. So this is what we're gonna do here. I want Bro to read the first one, knock off the first one. We're gonna evaluate. The first one is what?
Control of thoughts.
Your control of thinking, right? So now, like, this is the most important aspect of the 10 principles of Ma'at, because control of thought is the first rulership to all actions. You got niggas in prison to be like, yo, I wasn't thinking. You know what I'm saying? Which ended landing them in prison because they couldn't govern their actions based on their thoughts. So the 10 principles of Ma'at is important, and number one is important. We got 9 more principles to cover, but hell, if you can't master the first one, then shit, you can't get to the next. You can't get to the next one. You can't master the 10th one, right? So I seen the movie. It was called like 36 Chambers. And any kung fu flick fans out there, they know this, right? But I seen the 36 Chambers one day, and it was an eye opening movie, especially for a Chinese flick. And they always have these ways of telling these stories and and just kind of appealing to your consciousness if you know what you're looking for. But some of us we like to be entertained based on the kicks and the flying shit, and some of us like the philosophy in it, right? So in this movie, in particular, he goes to Shaolin and he wants to be taught by the monks, and then all of a sudden, they tell him like, look, you got to go through stage 1. You know what I'm saying? He like, well, why do I got to go to stage 1 when I can try to master the 35th chamber? You know what I'm saying? He gets up there and, the elders basically knock him on his ass, let him know that, yo, you ain't ready for this. So this is what this is, right? This takes practice to govern our thoughts. Our thoughts is It's so important. We talking about everything you do. If you listening to Lil Wayne or Nicki Minaj and it doesn't have anything to do with your liberation and your freedom and shit, you should rush that shit out your mind. You know what I'm saying? The thing that happened, the reason why we have bullshit in our communities is because that's what's on the people's minds. We just have bullshit, right? So we want to try to govern that shit. We want to try to put a meter stick on the things that we thinking about. And of course, we know that the society, you know what I'm saying, they give us all kinds of dumb shit, all kinds of YouTubers for us to, you know what I'm saying, get caught up in and just create more bullshit on more bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Those who can govern the mind are those who become masters in the end. You know, when we turn 21, they call us Mister. But Mister is master. You know what I'm saying? In that 21, in this society, what can we say we mastered? What can we actually say we mastered? You know what I'm saying? At 21 in this society. You know what I'm saying? Not too much of nothing. You know, they say you have to do one thing for 21 years to call yourself a master. And if you don't have control of thought, ain't none of that shit possible.
Impossible.
Impossible.
And man, like he was just saying, not only is governing your thought key to all things, like when you drift off, when you daydream,
right?
You know what I'm saying? When you resting at night, you know what I mean? The phone you listening to, the radio, the TV, whatever program you listening to, that's what's feeding your mind, and that's the best time. They say the best time of rest is between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. And while you're resting, you should be listening to your own voice. Speaking about the things that you want to bring into fruition, because now when your mind drifts off during the day, or when you're tired, or when you go to rest,
that's fact.
You've already programmed your subconscious to think. If you don't put a program in it, they already put one on.
And what he's saying is, it's right on point, because you know when we talk about consciousness, man, we just, you know, people use the word so loosely. Oh, I'm conscious. I'm conscious. What are you conscious of? You know what I'm saying? I could be conscious of the fact that there's a storm that's coming out and nobody knows that shit. You know what I'm saying? That could be my consciousness. You know what I'm saying? There's homosexuals that's conscious of certain things that I'm unconscious of. You know why? Because I don't indulge in that type of consciousness. Consciousness is just being aware of things. So when we falling asleep and we doing these things, we got to consider the power of suggestion. You know, those white girl commercials coming on, enticing you to what the standard of beauty, what needs to be. Do you wake up? You know what I'm saying? We mix kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how that shit happened, but this is real shit though. You know what I'm saying? So control of thought has to be controlled. What you watching, what you eating, you know, what you reading, all of that shit has to be controlled, man. It has to be monitored. You know what I mean? Because the brain is like a computer that soaks up all kinds of information. You know what I'm saying? When we say conscious, we're just saying those things that we are aware of. We also have a subconscious mind of the things that we're unaware of that gets loaded into our database. It gets loaded into our mind frame. And what brings it to the conscious, or what brings it to the knowing, is that those things that we recognize, right? So deja vu, for example, we'd be like, damn, this shit already happened to me before. I remember this happening. And it's just a moment of things that you can recollect, probably in a dream state, that's coming to fruition, that's coming to your conscious. You know, so we're just dealing with control of thought. We can stay on control of thought for hours, because you know what I'm saying? You know, the potency of our thought is like, it's untapped. Nobody really thinks about these things and shit. Hell yeah, what, man? Come on, man. I call myself, you know, having a somewhat, you know, conscious page, but you know, you can't get away from the subconscious or subliminal garbage that's always, you know what I'm saying, always on the motherfucking mind. You know, we share the shit. You know what I'm saying? We repeat it, even the things that we don't like. You know, we become victim to those things. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a double contrary. You know, because we should be aware of those things that plagues us, so that way we know how to fight it, right? But to consume ourselves with the things that we know that plagues us becomes a problem. You know what I'm saying? So, we just have to master controlling our thoughts. Once our baby see us controlling our thoughts, then they fall in line, man. We fall in line. So, I mean, we go on all day, but let's go to the second. Master your thoughts, then you can put your actions into play. You know what I'm saying? Because your actions are dictated off your thoughts. The thought has to be it has to be birthed first. The thought of me creating anything has to be birthed first, whether it's comet flicks, whether it's the idea of me making jewelry, whether it's the idea of me just coming into consciousness, has to be birthed first. That has to happen. You know what I'm saying? And once these things happen, then I can start governing my thoughts. See, I can't be a nigga out here talking about like I'm trying to feed the people. You know what I'm saying? But I can't control my thoughts enough to read the shit or to manifest the things that I need to manifest to make this reality. I can't. It never happened, right? You know what I'm saying? So in controlling my thoughts will govern my actions. Once I start thinking like a revolutionary, I start doing revolutionary shit.
You see, govern the actions,
Word.
apply the knowledge / activate the knowledge.
Come on, come on. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it becomes nature, second nature. You know what I'm saying? First thing you do as a revolutionary in terms of controlling your thoughts, you go take back your name. You know what I'm saying? You go get a name to call yourself. The first thing, most people who wants to get free out of this chaotic bondage, that's what they do. They remind themselves that I have to have a title, a name, or something to call myself.
So, pardon, if any of you out there know how to change your name legally and all of that, maybe y'all can do a little something on that, man, and get out to the people, because I know it's a lot of people questioning about that, and I don't know the exact steps. I did read that I could send it off to a specific place, but I don't have that information on deck.
Right.
So if you got to get it to us, so we can get it to the people.
I'm a little bit different.
I know you.
And fuck that.
You probably already know.
No, what I'm just saying is like you know what I'm saying, I didn't ask for these names. You know what I'm saying, that they gave me, and I'm not about to ask for a name that I want for myself. You know what I'm saying? They took my name. I'm gonna take that shit back. You know what I'm saying? Straight and plain and simple. Now, legal wise, I feel like some of us should keep our slave name because for it allow us to navigate through this system. You know what I'm saying? Like a spook that's set by the door and shit. Don't you know racism plagues us sometimes, man? We be naming our kids these African names, expecting them to get the jobs. You know what I'm saying? A white dude got to read, Hashim and Zinga. Like, what the fuck? Like, no, you's not getting that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, if you in that particular ball game, if you in that particular play and shit, man, you're not. It wouldn't be smart for you to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, when you take on a name, you say this is what I'm gonna call myself. You've already made the decision. You know what I'm saying? The act of this is who I am, and I'm not about to compromise that from nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I mean? So govern your actions will do that. You know what I'm saying? We'll put you on a consistent basis to carry out a particular mission that we all know we got ahead of us. You know what I'm saying? Life, love, liberation, happiness, and the pursuit of fortitude. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? This is what we should be focusing on. You know what I'm saying? One, we should master govern our thoughts or our thinking. You know what I'm saying? And once we master this thinking, I'm talking about like Jesus pictures coming down. You know what I'm saying? Word, all that shit. The things that we look at every day on a basis that doesn't
Serapis Christ.
Yeah, right, man. Or don't contemplate liberation, man. That shit gotta come down, man. It's funny because when you read the revolutionary and or you read the communist story in China, Mao Zedong and shit. What I'm saying?
You got your charger. I got the thing. So.
Oh yeah. We good. Oh yeah, I'm about to charge this shit up in a minute. But if you read read what Mao Zedong did. Mao Zedong, man, he just basically told everybody in In China, man, if it got coonery, buffoonery, if it got any shit that doesn't represent revolution, you should immediately shut that shit. You should kill it. You know what I'm saying? Any play we do, any music we do, it had to speak revolution and shit. And this is how
because that's the focus.
That's the focus of building a society.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? So now you got to control your thoughts. He understood the purpose of controlling these people thinking. He said, I have to have people thinking in a revolutionary mindset.
And what's crazy is what you're saying really tie into the third virtue of my God, devotion of purpose. That's what the third virtue is.
Oh, yeah, man.
Because
yes, right. See,
you just said it.
Well, what I mean is, like, our purpose always be, especially as Black people, we always got unfinished projects, right? You know what I'm saying? Shit that we set out to do that we never even finish and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it becomes a crutch in us. So our ancients understood, man, once we on this mission, we have to devote ourselves to this purpose. You know what I'm saying? We have to live out this purpose. You know what I'm saying? This purpose have to become reality to us. It has to become more than just a dream. Otherwise, the purpose is not and void. You know what I'm saying? We waste a lot of time having unfinished projects. And then who pays for these unfinished projects? The generation that comes up, because they have nothing concrete to stand on, because the generations before them,
they holding no burden of the weight before the generation
didn't even do anything. You dig what I'm saying? So it's on us, man. Every generation that comes up, you know what I'm saying, is a testimony on how hard we should work. You know what I'm saying? Considering that the generation before us, you know what I'm saying, not everybody, because we don't want to take nothing from everybody. There were revolutionaries when we were growing up, but we was just saying for the majority of us, we went to work, we didn't do shit. You know what I'm saying? We forgot how to control our thinking, and then we allow other people to control our thinking, and thus for we start working for other motherfuckers while they thinking about fucking controlling us, and we ain't thinking at all. We think like, oh, if we got two caddies in our fucking garage, we made it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If our baby was going to the best European schools and shit, we made it. You know what I'm saying? This was our thinking and shit. So the thinking was controlled by other motherfucking value systems, by other motherfuckers thinking what we should be thinking. You see what I'm saying? And dictating that thought. You see what I'm saying? So, we still on, but faith, devotion of purpose is necessary, because we have to complete these pyramids. Could you imagine our ancient ancestors, you know what I'm saying, didn't devote themselves enough to create the pyramid or the Tekken, you know what I'm saying, or Queen Hatshepsut temple, you know what I'm saying, or the Mali Empire. Let's just take it out of Egypt, you know what I'm saying, or the Dogons, who didn't think enough, who didn't have control of thought enough, to come up with the stars, the philosophy to the star system. Or, we say the Twa, who didn't have control. What if they thought of thinking wasn't intact to the point where they couldn't build bridges? White people build bridges based off of what the Twa taught them. So this is what I'm saying. Like, we have to get our thinking intact. Once we get our thinking intact, we building pyramids again. And a pyramid is something that the crackers call one of the seven wonders of the world. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, like, these motherfuckers are still wondering how the fuck we did it. You know what I'm saying? So, we have to take that in consideration. The geniuses, we did it all.
You know that's right.
We did it all. You know what I mean? And there's nothing that we can't do if we put this philosophy back intact. You know what I'm saying? Control of thought. You know what I mean? Devotion of control of thought, control of action, and devotion of purpose. What's the next one?
All right, so having faith in the ability of my teacher to teach me the truth.
Now that's deep. Read it again.
Having faith in the ability of my teacher to teach me the truth.
Now, we know personally we have these issues within the community. And a lot of time there's ego that get involved. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to having these issues or these questionnaires with our faith, with our master teacher to teach us the truth. See, I'm an ASCAT kid. I'm an ASCAT baby. Shout out to brother Reggie. um, and Fedici and everybody else in the ASCAT family that, been working so hard to keep ASCAT the way it is. But, I know enough to know that at ASCAT we have something like court. You know what I mean? This is where we can walk up to an elder, ask them any question, and they have to explain it. They have to break it down on whatever it is we asking about, if they're versed in this particular subject. You see what I'm saying? So me sitting there, I can't be there, as a pipsqueak, as a, one who's just trying to get in the game, attacking my elders on subject matters that, for one, I probably wasn't even born for, what I'm saying, or things that I have on subject matters that I know that they spend their time, their life, and all their energy just reading and researching before internet, before Google. Our elders slash ancestors had to spend hours in libraries, losing their eyesight, just to get to give us this information that we play with on a daily basis. So having faith in that ability for our master teachers to teach us the truth becomes important in the community.
True.
Especially when you get into, like, the craft of masonry. We know that in masonry, the first level, you're an apprentice. You know what I'm saying? And as an apprentice, you know what I'm saying, you can't be there with the master teacher talking about, oh, this and that. You know what I'm saying? It's usually having faith in that master teacher to wield you the truth for you to get on the next level, in the next square. You know what I'm saying? So I myself always sit at the feet of my elders. Are they perfect? Are they 100%? No, nobody's 100%. You know what I'm saying? But I'm smart enough to know that I don't have enough experience, like the 36 chambers, to walk up to a 36 chamber room and attack or address the things that my master teacher is teaching at the time. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen these things. I've seen people, argue with an elder, you know what I'm saying, based on the things that they thought they knew, or based on the things that they don't know. So it plagues our community. We do it to ourselves. You know, like my master, one of my master teachers, who's an elder, shout out to Baba Sindel, rest in peace. Who's always reminded me to not be an intellectual masturbator.
I say,
you know what I'm saying? A person who's gonna, take on this all this information and not never do anything with it. So, I'm certified, man. I ain't worried about anything. Dig up my shit. You see what I put in, the work I put in, and it comes with following these particular guidelines of my eye. The things that we could teach in our household, man. These are the things we should be teaching our children. The 10 principles of my eye should be on our refrigerators. We should run up on our babies. Number 1, number 8. What's number 5? And they should be able to run that shit down. You know what I'm saying? These are the things, the keys, just the little things, you know what I'm saying, that'll make our community better, man. You know what I'm saying? And to assure that, my son ain't gonna grow up to shoot or rape your son or your daughter, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So, we have to instill that. We have to become the master teachers and make sure that our babies have faith in us to wield them guiding right, to wield them the truth. You know what I'm saying? What's number 5, man?
So we have having faith in myself to assimilate the truth. And for those that don't know what assimilate is to absorb and or incorporate. If you want me to read the definition.
Read the definition. Just for those who don't know. Assimilate.
Assimilate. To absorb and incorporate. To make like or alike. With two. To become like or alike. To become absorbed and incorporated.
That's right. So we dealing with the assimilate the truth, and that just simply means to carry out that truth, to live that truth, to wield that truth. We got like a lot of RBG pretenders, 5 pretenders, and Moorish pretenders. You know what I'm saying? Christian pretenders, Muslim pretenders. We got them all. You know what I'm saying? So I think the purpose in that is, once we get this information, we can't be intellectual masturbators. We got to take this information and we got to go out and carry it. We got to, do something with it. Now, granted, the information we get, all might not fit us. You know what I'm saying? But that's why this world is so beautiful, so dominant, is because we can pick and choose the thing that fit work for us.
Yes.
The philosophy that works and fit us, we can pick and choose that shit.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's within the total consciousness of us to assimilate everything that we do. You know what I'm saying? When our babies see us, when they see us out there and we, out there doing good, you know what I'm saying? These are the things that they absorb it. You know what I'm saying? But what's the
or better, hopefully.
That's what I'm saying, because now the idea for us, for them to build a society, is for them to build a better society that we envision. Sister Burt, rest her soul. Shout outs to Sister Burt. She had a vision of captivating consciousness by just taping DVDs, by making DVDs, making VCR tapes. You know what I'm saying? Lived her whole life to do it and passed it on to me. You know what I'm saying? And now it's my job to take it on to the next level.
Come on.
And this is where we put Netflix. Now I'm the generation that knows about, the importance of
videography.
Just the internet, or just modern technology. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something that a 74-year-old woman didn't know about at the time. So now the things pass on to me, and now I have to have faith in myself to assimilate everything that she gave me. You know what I'm saying? To make it true.
And not only that, like you said, as far as the devotion to purpose, it ties into number 6, to have faith in yourself to also wield the truth. But you said it, but I just wanted to repeat it.
But this is what I'm saying. It's gonna all come around, because these things are all interrelated with themselves and stuff. Yeah. What's number 6?
Having faith in myself to wield the truth.
Now, sometimes we second guess ourselves based on the mission that we have. You know what I'm saying? We say, well, damn, man, is it going to work? Should it work? You know what I'm saying? And I think that second guess is the thing that have us, that allows us to fail every time. Y'all can be amped up, and then you have one Negro come in and create that point of reference of doubt. You know what I'm saying? We can't do that. They gonna come in, they gonna kill us, or they gonna put our names on the list. These are the things that they say. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that they talk about, right? So we can't second guess ourselves, man. In war, they teach us, if we second guess ourselves in war, you're dead, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have time to be second guessing the enemy.
Yo, you remember? I know you read Think and Go Rich before, or heard of it at least.
Yeah, of course, I'm familiar with Think and Go Rich.
Remember, old boy, I forgot his name, but he basically told his crew, basically, like, we're gonna burn the ships,
right?
Because ain't no running. Like, the only way we're gonna get through this,
that's right,
is we're gonna have to kill all of these enemies.
That's right.
Ain't we burning the ships?
That's right. That's
the only way you're gonna live is if we overcome everything ahead of
us.
That's
right. And that's what I mean. Like, the number 6 is for us to contest to the fact that the odds may be against us, right? But we have to have faith.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? We have to have faith in ourselves to wield this that we call the truth. You know what I'm saying? We listen to Khaled Abdul Muhammad speak. Shout out to Khaled Abdul Muhammad. And he remind us all the time about Queen Mother Moore. Shout out to Queen Mother Moore, and the police running into one of Garvey's lectures, and they say, Garvey, if you say a word, we'll run you in, Garvey. You know what I mean? And Queen Mother Moore and all the women stood up on a chair with 38. You know what I'm saying? 32s. You know what I'm saying? Smith and Westons put it out their drawers. You know what I'm saying? And yell, speak, Garvey, speak.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Speak, Garvey, speak.
That's how we gotta be today.
You know what I'm saying? And Garvey was like, as I was saying, you know what I mean? And them crackers ain't want no problems. You know what I'm saying? So, having faith in ourselves, the will is true, is just knowing that sometimes the odds may be stacked up against us. Sometimes you might not see no liberation in this shit that we doing. You know what I'm saying? But for us to really manifest the things that we fight for, that we online for, talking about every day, has to be mastered by number six. Having faith in ourselves to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we might be on the road and the car break down. You know what I'm saying? We might not get there on time, but god damn it, finish the race. Get there. You know what I'm saying? By all means, get there. You know what I'm saying? Don't let no technical difficulties shut us down from our mission. That's number six, man. This is what our ancestors gave us. Thousands of years. This is written in stone.
Mm-hmm.
This is written in stone. They knew that one day we gonna come back and we gonna forget.
Come on, the oldest documents on Earth.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe not the oldest, but I'm just saying it's up there. You know what I mean? But let's go on. We're gonna go breeze through this. Let's go to number six.
Being free from resentment under the experience of persecution.
Yes. Give us the definition of persecution.
Okay.
Just for the
I got you.
The ones who might not know what persecuted is or how black people have been persecuted.
Okay, so persecute.
That's right.
To afflict constantly, so as to injure or distress, as for reasons of religion, race, etc.
Read it one more time.
To afflict constantly, like for these 440 something
That's
years,
right.
I believe.
That's right.
To afflict constantly, so as to injure or distress, as for reasons of religion, race, etc.
That's right. So we talking about, you know what I'm saying, be free from that particular resentment.
I'm gonna read resentment for them as well.
But being free from that particular resentment, like black people have a stigmatization on them. You know what I'm saying? We got a bullseye, we got a crutch already on us. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, based on that crutch and shit, we don't allow us to carry out these missions that we're supposed to carry out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in retrospect, it's still having faith in myself to wield the truth, but it's a particular light. Like, some people say, well, I can't think like that, because it'll put a target on my back, or my family might think I'm crazy and shit. They might resent me, you know what I'm saying? Or they might persecute me based on how I think or where I'm at in life and shit like that. So our ancestors was like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck you care about what other people think?
At all,
you know
because regardless to whether what you think, they already think that, and you already under the persecution.
And the reality is this: most people scared of the things that they don't understand. True. You know what I'm saying? And who wants to understand, niggertry? You know what I'm saying? According to white rulership. Go ahead. Resentment.
So resent, to feel or show displeasure or hurt or indignation over or toward. This is an older. This is Webster's Compact Office Dictionary. I don't know when it was like. It's an older version, so it's only saying like. I guess this is 99. So it's not giving me every word, but it's giving me the root word, which would be resent. Right? To feel or show displeasure and hurt or indignation over or toward resentment. Now.
Right. And as they basically saying, man, you got to be free from being, from that resentment, from residing, from carrying out the mission based on the persecution that you might experience in the future. This is number 7, but again, all of these things have to be mastered. And and let me remind you, like, some of these things come natural, like, like some of these things, we don't have to put in word terms for us to follow. Some of these things are, some of our people is just righteous in heart. You know what I'm saying? To the point where, they don't have to, these things don't have to be told to them.
It's natural, come out natural.
It comes natural.
Already in them.
You dig what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Some of these rules are natural laws that even myself can't teach you. I can't give you how to control your thoughts. You have to do this shit for yourself.
And you got to be willing to do it.
Man, you have. I can't control your actions or tell you what to do. You know what I'm saying? You have to have the will and the faith and the mentality. You know what I'm saying? To control your actions for yourself. Control what you thinking for yourself. Be, like Brother Kumal say, think for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Be your best critic. You know what I'm saying? While we criticizing everybody else, very certainly do we criticize ourselves and shit. You know what I'm saying? We make excuses for ourselves, but criticizing is something that we don't do. You know what I'm saying? So it's important for us. It's mindful for us to get to have these principles ingrained, instilled in our everyday thinking, in our everyday life. We still on my eye. I see people that carry the name my eye and probably don't even know this. You know what I'm saying? Because consciousness can become a fad. It could become something that could be cool to do because I like, uh, uh, music soul child, some shit. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to be more mindful of the things that we follow and the energies that we put out. You know what I mean? And I'm saying if we govern, if we master these things and shit, we become how you say, I can't even say that shit. Unpenetrable. People can't
Unpenetrable.
Penetrate. That's right.
Unpenetrable.
That's right.
That's my brother. He's smarter than the motherfucker. Don't sleep on him at all.
Well, no, I speak English, and it was never meant for me to speak
exactly.
English.
So, speaking the foreign language.
Forget my vernacular. But I speak Ebonics, which is black sound. So sometimes I can't pronounce these old English words.
Yeah, I'm still I'm still coming out of my awakening. You know what I'm saying? Right. My name John Costa. That's and this is the crazy thing. That's not my name. This is the reason why my name is changing. Because I am a Costa by family and through love and marriage as well. Yes, that is my family. I'm also with Rose. You know what I'm saying? I'm also with Daniels. But y'all gonna learn who Omnipotent Jaka is. Y'all gonna learn. So
we getting it together. So what we got for number 8?
Before we go to number 8, I wanted to break down the term wield. Okay, and I was gonna go back through them for the people that just joined. So wield is WIELD, and it is. Where did it go? Prior to be
take your time.
There it is. Oh no, I'm sorry. My apologies. I'm in the wrong section. I put weld instead of wield. Even though it's a very close relationship, and you'll see why when I get to it.
Right. And what he's saying is wield is going back to number 6, having faith in myself to wield this truth. So what he's going over, what he's going back is the correct definition on wield, so we don't get mistaken. These are all English words that we're using, and it was never meant for us to read in the first place, let alone run up to master talking about I'm about to wield this truth.
This is so funny because a lot of people be talking about who gonna handle me.
Right.
Well, time will to handle a tool, etc., especially with skill. So to handle a tool with skill, like to be very skilled with the tool or something of that nature. To exercise, in the parentheses, power, influence, etc. Wield. You know what I mean? So we done did. The first was control of thoughts. The second is control of actions. The third is devotion of purpose. The fourth is having faith in the ability of my teacher to teach me the truth. The fifth, having faith in myself to assimilate the truth.
That's right.
6, having faith in myself to wield the truth. And 7, being free from a resentment under the experience of persecution.
That's right. That's number 7.
And number 8. Being free from resentment under the experience of wrong.
Okay. Okay. One more time, because we're going to touch on
it. I mean, you really touched it when with persecution, because persecution is a form
of wrong. It's a little bit different, though.
It's a form of wrong.
So what I mean is this, okay? So being free from resentment under the experience of doing wrong, right? So like, sometimes we might go in this and we might make mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Sometimes our our reputation is tarnished. Give you an example. I'm gonna ask y'all this, right? And just maybe y'all just hit yes or no, right? For those who think that Dr. Umar is guilty and shiesty, right? Can he redeem himself after this and still be respected by the people? And even then, right? Okay, so say if nobody believes him in the fact that he's redeemed himself and became this righteous man after the fact he didn't, maybe to your opinion, dupe people out their money, right? Okay, what I'm asking is should he focus on the people that no longer believing in him, you know what I'm saying, and stop what he doing? Because this is what this principle was saying. I have to, if I mess up along this journey and I can get it right, no matter who's saying anything, who's throwing shade at me, I have to keep on this mission. I might not be able to prove myself worthy enough or trustworthy enough, but in my heart, if I know that I'm righteous and I made a mistake in the past and nobody believes me, I can't just give up. That's what this saying. This is what this saying. I have to be, being free from resentment. Resentment means from the people resenting you or, rejecting you. You know what I'm saying? Anything we say means like to repeat or something, right? So we saying rejecting your ass, you know what I'm saying, from redeeming yourself in the likeliness of the eyes of the people. Do that matter? Because if it don't matter, then you're gonna keep doing what you're doing and trying to uh, make good when so much wrong is being made.
Yeah, that's
so that's basically what that means.
That's committed.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. I'm saying. I mean, we've all done that. We've all been guilty of things, and I think that's what allows us to learn. You know what I'm saying, is the fact that we make these mistakes. I think the problem is not learning from these mistakes and constantly repeating the same actions, expecting the same outcome. You know what I'm saying? And something that the cracker Albert Einstein said was the definition of insanity.
Doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results.
Different results. This is what, so we tend to do that as black people. Somebody gets shot, we gonna march. You know what I'm saying?
We have
no.
Put me on that.
Huh?
My Aunt Donna put me on to that. She wrote me while I was in prison, and she was like, "If you do what you always did, you're gonna get what you always got. So in order to get a new result, you got to do a new thing."
Yeah, yeah.
So I always say that I learned that from my Aunt Donna. Rest in power, IT.
Shade. Well, you cannot touch on these principles and not speak on ancestors as well as elders. It's mindful for us to speak on the elders. You know what I'm saying? Has to mention their names. This is what Cometflix does. Cometflix allows you to remember or to consciously visualize, hear your elders, or your ancestors, because all of them are not going with us. All of them are not in the Agun room, so, I got it to the point where, I can tell my son, yo, who that? Who that? He gonna say, that's Dr. Clark, because he remembered the voice. That's Dr. Ben.
Which reminds me, y'all, if y'all haven't heard, if y'all don't got a subscription, www.kmtflix.com, Netflix. It's only $5. You already giving it to the other people. You might as well support your own.
You already know.
Because this is just for you. And it ain't just documentaries, even though there's some master teachers that's going to blow your mind.
We're going to start doing more of these.
Yeah, vegan recipes. We got business information on there.
Yes, right.
And there'll be more stuff coming. I can't give you all the goods, but it's definitely going to be worth your while. KMTFLIX, Cometflix.com.
That's right.
Check it out, man. You won't be disappointed.
And for those who don't know, the only people that can see this is the only people that's members of the group. So, if you like this, if you love what you're doing, this is definitely a privilege.
I believe it's like 68 watching over here, but if you want them to like join anything you got going on over here, you can let them know how to get in touch or.
I mean, we are. I'm saying we on fake, shout them out.
Like I'm John Costner, the Reading Cipher on YouTube.
That's right.
You could easily subscribe to me. It's a good 60 or so uploads there. You know what I mean? The information where I just read.
That's right.
So if you don't want to do the reading, you can listen to me. That's right. Nag you in the reading.
That's right. And for those who don't know, I'm brother Shango. Brother Shango Oya. My phone did die.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah,
I see.
It's
look,
all good.
I got the joint for you.
You know what I'm saying? But no, we're gonna keep it going though. Keep it going for your audience.
All right. I mean, we still live. We still got
it. Yeah. So we still on number 8. What we on? We on number 8.
Number 9, right?
Number 9 now.
Cultivation, the ability. Pardon me. Cultivating the ability to distinguish between right and wrong. So let me give you cultivation and distinguish, so that he can go in for y'all. So let's get to cultivation. I got distinguish already.
How important that principle is.
Oh man. It's on the highest number, right? The 9.
9. Number 9.
Sorry, y'all. It's an old book. I ain't trying to rip the pages. There we go. Cultivate. To prepare for growing crops. Semicolon. Till. Or 2. To loosen the soil and kill weeds around plants. 3. To grow plants. To develop or improve. Cultivate your mind. To seek. To become familiar with. Cultivation. Cultivating. Refinement or culture. Come on. That's in the 1999 Webster New World Dictionary.
That's right.
And let's not forget distinguish. Tag, I just lost the page.
That's right.
Oh, no, I did it. It's right here. Distinguish. To perceive or show the difference in. To perceive or show the difference in. To characterize. To perceive clearly. To classify. To make famous. To make a distinction. Come on, man.
So that's cultivation. And that's what you wrote. Distinguish?
Cultivation and to distinguish.
And to distinguish, right. So now we dealing with cultivating, right? Culture. Some white people might say coat, you know what I'm saying? But cultivating is something that you do or something that you manifest that's different from the norm, right? I cultivated an idea of a living situation, and now we're living in this kind of situation. So now this is my culture. This becomes who I am. Pardon me. So hold on. Let me see.
Are you charging up?
Yeah. The joint's still dead. I'm gonna try to log in from my joint.
Peace. If you're watching, check us out. John Costner, the Reading Cipher, YouTube.
That's right.
But more importantly, like I say in the profile pic, www.kmtflix.com.
We not with the Hebrew Israelites.
Not at all. Nah, we not Hebrew Israelites. None of that. Nothing that got to do with religion.
In retrospect, we everything. But to call ourselves any titlement or anything, nah. I guess for the most part, you can call us Black nationalist, Pan-African. But you know what I'm saying. When it comes to religion, we are religion. What does that say? What about what
you are about?
Yeah,
you asking what we about?
You're right.
Man, that's why we got out here so that you can find out.
This is why we giving you these point of reference. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness, type in kmtflix.com, and look at some of the titles and stuff like that, and then to kind of give you a perspective on what we about, what we preaching and whatnot. So we already have our own platform that explains these things, and we just coming to bring it to you raw and unadulterated. You know what I mean? Like it's a blessing that I was able to get up with my big bro, and that's to have this dynamic compatibility, that now allowing us to bring you this truth.
Yeah, what I like about what you said, bro. Earlier you said that to bring it back. You know what I'm saying? It's all gonna circulate. and what you're doing right now, cultivating the ability to distinguish the real from the unreal. How
Right.
even in your build, you know what I mean. Now we respect other people's, walks of life, how they see things. That ain't the issue or anything like that. We here specifically for the build. I'm sure there's information you got that we would like to know, and I'm sure there's information we got you would like to know.
Ask questions. You know what I'm saying? Ask questions. Wait, hey.
Nah, I don't gotta know what tribe I am. I create my own nation.
Oh, what tribe? Yeah. Yeah, that's funny as hell though. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are a tribe. Like, we create our own tribe. In fact, he just read cultivating. You know what I'm saying? Cultivating means the essence of creating your own thing. You know what I'm saying? The fact that we share this, this common knowledge puts us in at a state as our own tribe. Like, tribalism is just a group of people who do things who do things the way they do things. You know what I'm saying? You got the Zulu tribe. You got the Mau Maus, who's a tribe of Africans. You got all kinds of tribes. Tribes here in the Western Hemisphere. You got, the Senecas. You get what I'm saying?
Yo, I knew you was gonna say that.
Like, yeah. So I'm just saying.
But they came in mad late, so they ain't even heard it.
No, I get it. But to put they're trying to find the title on.
It's all about the Holy Spirit.
Yeah,
the Holy Spirit.
So we talking.
It's sort of weird about the Holy Spirit because there was no feminine energy in the Son, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. That was all masculine. It's a little something wrong with that
Holy,
for me.
Yeah. Oh, that's what he mean.
It's all about the Holy Spirit.
Oh, okay.
They just looking for some attention.
It's all good. It's all good. I'm saying
they tripping.
We don't mind, but we still getting back to the rulership of how we govern those thoughts. And maybe if you pick up, the 10 virtues of Maat, and you practice these things and you put them straight forth. You know what I'm saying? Then you master these things. You won't have to ask questions like what tribe. You know what I mean? This is just like a Masonic thing. So when we read these things, like those who know already know, you know what I'm saying, what point or what perspective in which we coming from. But for the babies out there and stuff, this is why we got a dictionary. You know what I'm saying, and why we read words.
And it's just one. It's probably like 10 in here.
Yeah. So we look. Yeah, we not
bullshit.
Yeah, we not just working with superficial bullshit.
What you say they called it?
Intellectual masturbating.
Intellectual masturbating. Yeah, we not. No intellectual masturbating here.
Right. We just giving you the raw and adulterated truth. And we still on number what?
I want to know where you go from, 9. Where you come from, because you keep talking about you got to know where you come from, like someone else.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. All of us come from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So evidently.
Can you put it on there and hold it up?
Nah, we good, because I got it charged up. We about to finish this joint up, and I'm gonna lay it out. I'm gonna end it out with a story. So,
turn it this way.
Where we at? We still on number 9 though, right?
Cultivating the ability to distinguish between right and wrong.
Right. So now we make excuses for what we do wrong, right?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We'll say that, because in today's society and shit, we living in the society where what's up is up. I mean, what's up is down, and what's down is up. What's right is wrong, and what's wrong is right. But we have a sense of morality, you know what I'm saying, that's governing us, that lets us know what we do is wrong, unless we're just completely disconnected from our total morality or our moral consciousness, right? Mm-hmm. So, we question, like, do the white man has a conscience, right? Can he see, these people and deep down with inside of his ass understand that this is wrong? You know what I'm saying? So what our ancient ancestors told us is not to look past those wrongs, but to cultivate them things, bring them out to the forefront, so that way we can correct these things to become better, right? This is how you cultivate a culture. You build a society. This is how we build societies, right? So it's important for us to touch on number 9. Um, for those, oh shit, for those who ain't see, we just dealing with the 10 virtues of my eye, and we on number 9. It's just simple things. These are the things that we can print out, and put on our refrigerators. You know what I'm saying? This should be the homework for our babies. For our aunts, uncles, aunties.
Yeah, we might have to
you know what I mean? When we playing cards at when we playing cards, with the family, we not getting mad at each other because a nigga reneged, because we have control of thinking. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, it's important, it's mindful for us to get these principles. So these are the things that we just reading on. We're gonna go to we got cut off and we did number 9, so we're gonna go to number 10.
Okay, so we got cultivating the ability to distinguish the real from the unreal.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, man.
Big bro, like read it one more time.
Cultivating
slowly though.
Cultivating the ability to distinguish cultivating the ability to distinguish the real from the unreal. I'm gonna say it again. Cultivating the ability to distinguish the real from the unreal.
So, those who might happen to enjoy Basketball Wives,
Love and Hip Hop,
and all of these
Empire, Power. I'm guilty of it. Yeah, I ain't the only ones. Y'all ain't the only ones. I ain't perfect, but I'm thorough.
Well, now what they're saying is, though, can you watch these things, or can you take a part of these things, or partake in these things, and understand the reality from the fake within these things, right? Mm-hmm. So our value systems are often created out of the lustfulness of these shows and shit, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, say dumb shit like whoever the next Basketball Wives daughter name, or whoever their names is, because I really don't know. We'll Love and Hip Hop, or whoever on that show at this time. Whatever they have, we feel like we have to have those things too.
Or even their behaviors that they.
That's one thing. But see, now the behavior goes back to number 1.
Control thoughts, what you feeding your
mind.
That's
right.
Because what you read, what you see, what you listen to, where you spend your time.
That's right.
Where you feeding your mind.
Right. That's right. That's right. So we just saying that, yo, listen, man. You know what I'm saying? All of these things go back into one realm. It's one realm. Okay, so like, let me give you this story. Gabe Newt and Shoe.
Yeah, I heard him. Gab, Newt, and Shoe.
Okay. So let me. I like to take people to pictorials so you can better understand the type of
yeah, when you do that joint that you showed me yesterday, that's gonna be crazy.
What's that?
What they never told you in history class.
Oh man, we got so much stuff coming.
I ain't ready for that.
We got so much stuff.
He might have to do a lecture on that. We might have to go run something out. Y'all might have to come pay and hear this.
We got so much stuff coming down the pipeline, man. It's so ridiculous. So let me just do this real quick.
No,
so
I'm
we can
clicking on him to speak. I appreciate him for coming through. Whoever the brother was or sister that was talking about the Hebrew and the tribe.
Oh yeah, they wanna that's for another time. That's coming too.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. We just warming up. We just giving y'all a sample.
But right now we just focusing on like these principles, which govern us. Indeed. So let me give you this, okay? So because we still talking about Maat, like we're not getting off the principles, but I just want to give you this story on how do you control these things and how clever our ancestors was in giving these stories. Okay, so
I'm gonna bring this over here so they can see.
Yes. Now we're gonna go to my screen, right? So this picture is Ra on his Ibis boat, right? Of course, we know for those who study. Let me take it back. I don't know what's going on. My computer is stupid. But right here, All right. For those who know, Ra represents the sun. You know what I'm saying? And we know that there's a um um you know a rotation in the sun every 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? So like Ra represents the sun that gets, let me see. Hold on, let me take it back. Ra represents the sun that gets swallowed up by Nu. This represents Ra, right? And what she's doing is she's swallowing Ra to symbolize is that to symbolize nighttime. As we see right now, theoretically, Ra is has been swallowed up by Nut to represents that dark that day or nighttime, right? So here's where we go. This is another depiction, right? So as Nut swallows Ra, oh my goodness, I got a touch screen. Y'all gotta bear with me.
Sensitive.
As Nut swallows Ra, there's a course where the sun comes out to be reborn again. Y'all can see that, right? Y'all see the sun being swallowed up by Nut, going through these transformations to be born again, right? Okay, so now what we're talking about is what Ra is going through. What Ra is going through as he's being swallowed up by Nut. Excuse me, I got a touch screen. As he's being swallowed up by Nut, right? So there's the ancients spoke of these levels that the son had to go through to be reborn again, right? Okay, so now as Ra gets swallowed up, he goes through this first door, and this first door is a woman that he's infatuated with. Oh my goodness, this woman is so beautiful. She looks like the godlight of his dreams. But he knows that if he indulge in his woman, then he wouldn't be reborn again. So he has to remember the 10 virtues of Ma'at. He has to remember the 10 virtues of Ma'at as he goes through these stages. He has to say control of thought, control of action, devotion of purpose, having faith in the ability of my teacher to teach me the truth, having faith in myself to assimilate the truth, having faith in myself to wield the truth, being free from resentment under the experience of persecution, being free from resentment under the experience of wrong, cultivating the ability to distinguish between right and wrong, cultivating the ability to distinguish the real from the unreal. So he has to remember this. And of course, number 10 is unreal. It's a figment of his imagination. They're playing on his weakness. They're trying to get and see how strong his will is to not be reborn again, right? So he goes through this next phase, the next stage, and oh my goodness, it's a whole sea of women, and they're all screaming for him. They're all screaming, Ra, 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 you're so beautiful, Ra. You're so beautiful, Ra. But Ra has to stay fast to purpose. Ra has to remember that if I indulge in these things, I won't be reborn again, right? So he remembers the things. He says control of thought, control of action, devotion of purpose, and thus forth, right? So now he goes through the third door. And oh my goodness, is all the food he wants, all the edibles he wants, everything he can think of is within these things, right? And each of these doors represents an hour of the 24-hour period that he has to live by to be reborn again, or 12 hours that he has to live that he has to go through to be reborn again. Hence 12 jurors, You know what I'm saying? So this is what he has to do to be reborn again. He has to remember these principles. And of course, we're not going to go through all 12 doors, but you get the point. The point is this, is for us to keep our brains sharp, control what we read, control what we thinking, be mindful of the people we around and the things that these people have to bring to the table. And only then we can master these principles.
You said exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Only then we can master these principles.
And that's crazy. I think most people would agree on all of these principles.
Of course. I mean, it's undeniable. I mean, whether you Hebrew, Christian, how can one say, nah, the devil gave us that? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's undeniable. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? As my gods of earth, shout outs to the gods of earth might say, it's right and exact. Show and prove. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And if we can master these principles, we show and prove.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? So, tune into us, man, because we're gonna do a lot of this. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be on more platforms. You're gonna see the evolution of these things. And we got so much topics to touch on. But today was just my eye. Today was a
looking for the commercial.
What's that?
One of the flyers.
Yeah, today was a way for us to basically get to know us. You know what I'm saying? See where we coming from. Tune in, type in Cometflix. Shungo Oya on Facebook. The owner of Kari Creations. So
tell them how to spell to say it all too, because we when we here.
Of course, Kari Creations. COWRIE. Of course, you know how to spell creations. Type that up in Facebook and see some of the product we got. You know what I'm saying? So you can support by, just purchasing one of our RBG shirts, one of our RBG necklaces, or, one of the crystals we got or whatnot. You know what I mean?
Because one of the watches.
We understand this, right? Without economics, don't even look at that. If you're not applying economics to control the thinking, to the principles of my art and trying to get some bread out here, because I'm telling you, them principles are universal. You can use them in every aspect you want. And if you're not thinking about economics and building a life for your children, and the children that's coming out, we're talking about generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't even be hearing this. You know what I'm saying? If whatever we said today, you didn't think like, oh, that could be the key on us getting some type of, because we already rich. You know what I'm saying? We're already worth more than we give ourselves credit to. You know what I'm saying? We're already valuable in the sense that we got here, we made it. It's funny, the Hebrew Israelites talk about the chosen people. You know what I'm saying? The chosen ones. We're not chosen by God and whatnot. But the reality is this, right? And I want y'all to take this into account, right? The reality is this: through every sexual encounter that you have, there's millions of possibilities, and only one can be chosen. Only one can fertilize that egg. Sometimes two, sometimes three, sometimes four. Hell,
maybe even more.
Right.
Quintuplets, sextuplets.
Right, but the fight, the control of thoughts as a sperm to make it to that egg had to be willed. Steadfast of purpose. I couldn't swim off and just chill out while, because I would have missed my chance to be born. So what I mean is we can tie this up in every aspect of life, because these things are universal. These things are not to be taught, but only to be recognized, only to bring forth to one's consciousness so we can live out our days. So like I said, man, tune in. Tune in to Cometflix. Type up take out a subscription. This is the black man's Netflix. I happen to have one of the largest conscious collection of material in the world. Whatever jargon, read that for him. Read that for him.
www.cometflix.com. Whatever path you are on in life, we provide information and other material on our website to help you achieve your goal of higher consciousness, even from business information to vegan recipes, as well as some of the greatest documentaries and videography of the greatest master teachers of all time.
Right. So, we just black man trying to get ahead, looking for support from our people. We can't promote this to white people. We have no interest in teaching or informing white people. We know that they're going to be eyes in the audience, but no, right now we don't cater to you. You know what I'm saying? We don't owe you no explanations. We don't owe you no nothing.
At all.
I don't smile when nothing is funny. I don't bend when I don't need to. And I'm not scratching when there's nothing to itch. You know what I'm saying? So we coming
shucking and jiving.
Yeah, we coming straight for you, man. You know what I'm saying? So, if there's anything else Big Bro want to elaborate on?
Pretty much, man. Just support the brothers, man. We definitely appreciate it. It's a righteous cause. And what can I say? www.cometflix.com.
That's right.
Cow Recreations on Facebook.
That's right.
That's COW.
That's right.
RIE Creations. CREATIONS.
That's right.
I'm John Costner on Facebook. Shango Oya.
On
SHANGOOYA.
That and YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah, we got a nice little following on YouTube. So go to my YouTube page, subscribe, see some of the work.
Yeah, smash the like and subscribe, man, and share.
Word.
If you can't purchase or something, man, you can help out, man. You never know. One hand wash the other.
That's right. So if you feel that the information was valuable today, or you feel that the value of the information that we gave today for an hour and 16 minutes was valuable, then do my comrade a favor and hit that like. You know what I mean? We got a Cash App if you want to donate. We're gonna be having ways to donate, but we just hit you like that. And if if you want to dispute or
if it's a topic you want to discuss, and,
and
we can do
like
it in
wrong because I'm not right. We're not
perfect.
We're not 100%. Some of our information might be flawed, and this is where the people come in and correct us, so we can.
And we humble enough to do that because only intelligent people
are.
There's
no egos. Yeah, we don't. I'm not professing. I'm just a student. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a student.
And we just got to pass the information on.
Right.
Who wants to eat the babies if you don't?
That's right. And I know enough to know that I'm a good teacher, but I'm a better student. So, and saying that, we love you. Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Tune in. You know what I'm saying? To the next time. Black Power.
Black Power.
That's what you think.
I think that was dope. And I think they caught us at the end. Because I noticed that